Hello and welcome to a Let's Play Part 3 of Star Trek Online. I am your host, the Crimson Phoenix. Joining me today will be a couple of friends of mine, from the New Federation. These people are, of course, Aaron Dominion and Michael Kirk. Say hello to the folks out there, boys.
Hello, this is Aaron Dominion. Welcome to the stream of third gameplay. There we go. Sorry, a little bit tired.
Hello people, this is Michael Kirk.
Yeah, I do apologize for some of us being a little tired. It's late at night, and you know what? I got bored, and so what can you say? So right now we're gonna go through a few things here. First, right now, of course, we do have the next mission, which is the beginning mission when you get done with the tutorial, which is going to be stranded in space, where you have to go to the SS Azura. And right now, before we get to that, I want to show y'all a little something here. So on Steam, if anybody uses Steam, Steam has a bundle that you can buy, which allows you to get a few things. Like right now, here's the bundle. It's a Steam bundle. Steam-powered captains, we have the pack for you. The bundle contains all you need to start battling the Klingon Empire. This includes 2 Starfleet Steamrunner starships. Now, the Steamrunner has been seen, I believe, in Deep Space Nine, as well as some of the other games out there like Armada, right?
It was also seen in First Contact.
Oh yeah. First Contact, DS9. If anybody's played Armada, this is basically the artillery ship. And of course, for those of you who played Bridge Commander Kobayashi Maru, it's in there as well. So you get 2 variants of the ship. You get a Tier 1 and a Tier 5. Reason why you get these because the Tier 1 has a special console, and the Tier 5, well, it's pretty badass. The pack also comes with a few extra things. Let's see here, an XP boost, a couple of ground equipments, phaser, let's see, phaser minigun, personal shield, dampening armor, a couple other things here and there.
You also get 2 green bridge officers fully equipped.
Oh yeah, let's see, it says here you get a trio mail engineering.
Good, skills on them too.
Oh yeah. Right now it says here you get a Trill Mail Engineering Bridge Officer candidate, which is automatically equipped with a Mark II Phaser Blast Assault, which is basically a shotgun, personal shield, and engine dampening. A Vulcan Science Officer with a, let's see, what is this? Phaser Assault Split Beam Rifle. Okay, so it's Split Beam Rifle, which you saw early in the tutorial. And a bunch of other things, and also this thing comes with other information on it. But anyway, the way you get it is you gotta buy it as a DLC from Steam. Now you don't necessarily have to download Star Trek Online. Well, you kind of do, but you don't have to fully download it. But you can get it as a DLC, and then it'll give you a code. Once you claim that code on the website, then you can basically get the Steam bundle here on your game. But if you do have Steam on, if you already have Star Trek Online on Steam, it automatically goes to your account, does it?
It does go to your account once you actually purchase it and enable it.
Okay, so you do still have to put in the code once you get. Okay.
I put it into Perfect World. I do recommend if you are a new user to get the Steam copy if you are going to go for the bundle, just so it's easier.
A little bit easier, yeah. Now, the way to claim it once you do buy it is basically here where the minimap is. You go to the Z Store or Zen Store button, which I showed y'all earlier. Click on bundles.
Lieutenant 2 or 3.
Well, yeah, you do have to be at least Lieutenant 2 or 3, but you can get that one, but that's easy to get once the tutorial's done. Anyway, once you get here in the C store, click on bundles, choose the Steam bundle, say available, and then just click on the claim button here. Once that's done, you'll see a little icon that says Starter Pack Steam Promo Package. Go to your inventory. You can either double click on it to unpack, or just right click and click on use. And then there you go. You got the item package, steam-powered gear officers, and as well as the blockade runner, regular steam runner tier 1, and the retrofit. Retrofit is the tier 5, which the only way you can use that is if you're vice admiral. So it's going to take a while to use that. I'll put that in the bank here in a few moments here. But till then, we're going to claim the tier 1. USS Governor. Really? Kirk, they actually named the steam runner the Governor. Hello, Governor?
Okay, name for it. I mean, I've named mine worse.
Well, I mean, yours is the steam runner, so. Oh, while I'm here in the starships, while I'm here in the shipyard here, let me go ahead and show y'all something a little bit cool here. So, down here, the shipyard, if you're looking at that ship that I'm looking at right now, that's the new sea store ship. That's the Avenger. Now that's actually a pretty good ship. If you don't recognize the model of the ship, then I would recommend to watch Star Trek Into Darkness, because you're going to see a similarity in the vessel. Back there, you're going to see other ships. You'll see the what's that one science ship? The multi-mission one. I forgot it.
The multi-vector assault?
No, not the multi-vector. The
Vesta.
Vesta, yeah, you'll see the Vesta. Yeah, there's the Vesta back there, which of course we saw at the beginning in the tutorial. There's the Galaxy class down there, Ambassador. There's of course the Regent, which that's not the Renown. That's actually, I believe, the USS Regent. And then way over there is the Odyssey class, the new flagship here, which we'll get into that later. Now back onto the ship selection. Let me just walk up here. So here's the ship selection guide. To get to him, as you saw earlier, you just walk over into right next to the little area where the Admiral's office is. There's a little turbo lift. You go down here. To select your ship, you just go over here, click select your ship. Right now we're on the USS Corsair, but then if I select the Governor, which I am thinking about renaming that, to get on that ship you just basically click on ready ship and it automatically puts you on that ship. Now, as you can see, there's a few differences between the Governor and the Corsair. One thing is it's got 2 tactical slots, and this console. This console is a universal console, the Resonance Cascade Modulator, which comes with its own special ability, which, for those of you who played Team Fortress, it is actually called the Team Fortress ability. And basically what this does is it removes shield bleed-throughs and decreases damage to shields. So it's a pretty good console to have, depending on like what you're using it for. Now we're gonna have this in the 2nd tactical slot. I'll just go back here. Well, doesn't the gear thing give you special consoles as well?
Oh, what's up?
The item gear doesn't it give you consoles as well? Oh no.
Not that I've noticed.
Never mind. It just gives you. Never mind. It gives you a quantum torpedo launcher.
Tutorial though.
Alright, well, as we can see here, it just gave me a quantum torpedo launcher with accuracy and damage. Mark II, definitely loading that on there. And definitely going to load up this resilient shield array with cap on it. So let's get that on there. Now let me actually go back to the Corsair, take off the 2 Mark I's and stuff off here. Actually, let me take almost everything off of it.
In a brand new tune and decided to go and run it too.
Are you running the tutorial as well?
I just got past it myself.
Okay.
Pretty good one.
It's such a letdown on when they introduce the Vesta and then it's like you go over to the Miranda. I think they made that purposely make it look like a purpose letdown or something.
No, they just wanted to put you in your place and what vehicle you're going to be flying.
Yeah. So, let's actually look a little bit towards the
It's a pretty simple
equipment.
ship as well, just to try to get you started off the game, too.
Oh yeah. So actually, with the equipment that we were given, it's actually going to help us out a little bit here. So, let's go and equip the energy dampening armor. And let's also equip the personal shield. And you know what? I'm actually going to replace the phaser with the oh, hang on. What do I got in here? Oh, that's right. I did equip the full auto rifle on here. I'm going to keep that on him and give Kolas the minigun. And then I'll just give Tevrel the split beam phaser. And okay, so first thing you're going to also do here once you open up that pack is claim the 1,000 skill bonus pool, because that'll do 1,000 towards your skills, which will be good for you, especially for when you're trying to level up officers and such. So before we get started on the mission, let's actually do the optional that's here, which is speak to Commander Michael Cecile? Is that how it's pronounced? I got no idea if I even pronounced that correctly. Okay, let's see. Greetings, Lieutenant. Yeah, you're also gonna notice that when you get past the tutorial. Sorry.
Let's speak to Malcolm Sizzle shipyard.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm tired, so I know I misread the Malcolm as Michael. So I do a little bit of a quick reading, which I'll be honest, there's not much of the voice acting after the tutorial. I mean, there is quite a bit, but it depends on what mission you're doing, I believe. So I'm gonna continue.
For the general purpose, yeah, most of them aren't going to have anything.
Yeah. Let me actually turn the master volume down a little bit here. That way we can hear y'all low better here. There we go. So before I even forget, let's go into the replicator and actually clean up a bit of the mess of the standard issue stuff that I forgot to take care of. Not too much on the deleting, a little bit actually. That's almost half the inventory. Okay, so I'm not gonna do anything with those medium hypo sprays, because more likely I'm gonna need that. Oh wow, ran into a wall. Shows you how tired I am. All right, so let's access the bank. And just put that tier 5 ship at the top corner there for safekeepings. Alright, so let's go ahead and beam up the ship and take a look at our new steam runner. Alright, come on, load up. So here's the steam runner in all its fame and glory. At the moment, heck, I forgot to put in officers. Okay, officers. Right now, there's also something else good about this ship, which is honestly, one thing I like about the new tutorials, because you get 2 tactical officers, which you'll need for the steam runner. Especially since it comes with 2 tactical stations. So let's put Flores in one, Colas in the other. Oh, wow. So I think I need to go back to ESD or Space Dock, because take a look, take a guess what I just forgot about here, guys.
Did you forget about engines?
No, Coles and Flores both have high yield 1.
Oh, that would be a problem.
That would be a problem. So let's take a look at skills on Flores, see what's up in her next one. Okay, so she's got high yield 1, beam overload 2, and spread 3 and omega 3. Okay, those I might keep. Coles though, high yield 1, fire will 2, attack band beta 2, and omega 2. Okay, so here's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to Starbase real quick. Didn't think I would have to go do this in this Let's Play video, but let's do it. Let's go ahead and show people how to train an officer. And also, there's an Excalibur class cruiser, which is a variant, once we get the angle, variant of the Constitution. Which, yes, the Constitution class starship is in this game. As well as, for those who, pre-ordered the game, they also get the TOS Connie, or is that with Lifetime? I forgot.
That was a pre-order.
Pre-order, right. Yeah, for those people who pre-order the game before it came out, which I was one of them, you get a original series Constitution class starship. Now, that may be available later on in the future in the C store or Zen store.
Actually, it is for $5.
Ah, it is. So for those of you who have $5 to spare, you can buy it.
I'd say right now, in fact, I never pre-ordered the game.
I pre-ordered it because that way some stuff I can get a little bit extra, but also that I can get into the beta here, which the beta was pretty cool. Okay, so here's where you go to train officers. You talk to this guy, officer training, and you got 4 sets of ranks you can go through. You can go through ensign, all the way down through commander. Now, what we're going to want to do is click on the filters, filter out the science and engineerings and tactical ground. That way we're only looking at the tactical space abilities. So these are mostly the abilities. And ensigns, you got beam, fire will 1, overload 1, target auxiliary engines, shields, and weapons 1. Also got attack team 1, high yield, and spread 1. Those are common. In lieutenants, you got attack pattern beta 1, delta 1, beam overload, and firewall 2, yada yada yada. And also in this, you get a little few extras. You got cannon rapid fire 1 and scatter volley 1. Those are for cannons and turrets. And then you got dispersal patterns alpha and beta 1, which is basically for mines, because you can launch mines and those will lay out different patterns of mines. Beta is basically a large scatter. Alpha, I have not exactly used alpha, so I don't know what kind of pattern it does. All I know is beta 1 is the betas is a big square of mines. So let's look back here. Since Flores already has beam overload 2, which I may replace it later, let's replace high yield 1 on Colas for overload 1. Which we're going to show you what overload 1 does here in a few minutes once we get into the we get to the Azura. So let's beam back the ship. And let's set up the tray a little bit while we're en route. And also for those of you who like the auto fire, do remember to put the auto fire on all your weapons, because every time you get a new ship and you switch to a new ship, the auto fire will have to be put back on manually.
Oh, I just noticed, if there's any Mac users out there, there is a beta for the Mac client out there to try out.
Yeah, when Star Trek Online came out, it was only for Windows and Linux?
It's only
or Windows, yeah.
You can run it in Linux if you have Wine. I don't know the exact setup for that.
Yeah. Oh, hey, there's a original series Connie, which we just warped past.
Yep.
Was that you, Linus?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
My friend sacrificed so much to secure peace with the Klingons. I bear the responsibility for the consequences to him and his crew. The thought that troubles me.
I'm going to see.
The hope was that this alliance would last forever. It did not. The Klingons have chosen war.
And right now we're listening to Spock talk at the moment.
Who call this space home. But I fear
guess what works?
The controller?
Star Trek Online. The DualShock 4 from the PlayStation 4. It works with Star Trek Online.
Nice. Linus, what kind of character is yours?
Tactical.
Ah, dang it. So hoping for an engineer, because that way we can get all the accolades done here. Yeah, there's achievements in this game, which you saw earlier, which runs as called accolades. I think I already explained this once before. So, Linus, yeah, if you can get on engineer, the level is not gonna matter. I'm really matter here because it's actually a real easy mission. Aaron, would you like to join us here?
I'll bring my Vulcan.
Let me switch characters real quick. I will join you though.
Okay. So this is stress call to any ships in the range. This is Dana Broad of the transport SS Azura. Please help warp core containment field down. Radiation flame ship. Blah blah blah.
What questions do we have before we read the rest?
It's the only thing we're doing is Stranded in Space, which is first mission.
Okay, Linus, what character class are you?
I just got my engineer.
All right.
What class are you again?
Tactical.
Okay.
So we need
I'm
a
gonna bring
science.
my science.
All right. So.
Bring yourself.
No, I am bringing a different character.
Oh really?
My level 14 science.
Nice. Alright, so here's what I'm going to show everybody now. How to set up a team. So here in the social menu you got all these friends here, which I got a lot of friends here right now online. Some of them are in, well, let's see, that guy's in a chat thing, probably on his phone or something, and Shani, yeah, okay. Anyway, so you got two ways on basically forming a team. You can just right click on a character, click on invite to team, like that Ernan guy I randomly right clicked, or you go in the social menu, right click on a person's name, click invite to team, or just basically hit the invite to team button. So let's invite Linus to team on Torcast. And also for you, Linus, as well as everybody else, whenever you join a team and you're helping a friend out and they are way lower level than you, click this button where it says match your team level. See the two people there?
Very guilty of doing the opposite.
Yeah, this guy is very guilty. Very, very guilty. So, Aaron, there's your team invite. Were you in the same instance? He's in 3. You're in 3.
We're
Awesome.
all in the same instance. Woohoo!
So we're gonna do a few show you a few other ships here. Let's see. So Linus, you're in your Sovereign. It looks like there.
Freedom class.
Yes. No, I am actually a Intrepid.
I said Linus.
Ignore me.
Are you okay?
It's late, so we're not okay. Alright, so there's the main character in the USS Mendoza, which is an Intrepid. Correction, level 33. Then we got Torcas way over there in the USS Leviathan. That's not Regent. That's Noble.
Yeah, it's a Regent class.
No, that's a Noble class. Don't argue. That is a Noble. I know what a Noble class is. We already seen what a Regent class is. Don't you try to change the class of starships, man. You gotta go with the lore now.
I'm not too sure. I bought this one from the sea store, so.
Yeah, but you're using the Noble skins. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. That you're not...
It's a sovereign medallion, the sovereign saucer.
Once we get to the Constitution or any other starship, I'll show everybody about changing the skins and everything. So, okay, there's Aaron.
I'm just going to use the keyboard for this. The controller doesn't really work
Okay.
with the map.
Aaron?
Fortunately.
Yeah, Aaron.
Yes.
Match team.
Match team, that would be a good idea.
That would be a good idea because I don't want us to be finding level 33 people here.
Well, then I'll just go with the level 15 PPU everything.
That's even worse.
Yes, it would be. Yes.
So let's go with the rescue. Okay, let's get in now.
Warp speed now.
Well, that was actually pretty nice. 10 ships range, blah, blah, yeah, let's go ahead. There's the Azura, and there's Orion's.
We must rescue the Azura.
And cameras span around to us, and then back around, and there's more Orions. Easy, we kill them.
Oh, show them about the achievement real quick before you go kill them.
Okay.
I got a couple of them.
So yeah, there is one achievement that you can get here in space. So you're gonna want to go full impulse. You can destroy those ships if you want, but you basically go to impulse, and this is basically how it is. Yes, you fly through the hole in the large asteroid. So here's what we're gonna do on here. Beam overload 1. Quantum torpedoes are possibly one of the more powerful torpedoes around here, next to the Tri-Cobalt, which we won't be able to use until level, what, 40 or 50?
Level
Correct.
40.
Alright. A couple more ships here. Brigand cruisers. Let's go ahead and use that tachyon beam. Loot a weapon battery. Alright. So let's get over here real quick. And don't skip through everything because I want to go through here. Okay, scanning the Azura. Okay, DeVrel's detecting elevated radiation. Yeah, DeVrel's not gonna have the voice acting now since we're already past the tutorial. But we are gonna keep the officers. So let's go over here. Gonna bring in I'm gonna bring in Flores, and yeah, let's bring in Linus on one of his characters. Which, yes, if y'all notice his character's uniforms, Yeah, they are from the Rathacon. You can't get that uniform, luckily.
If anybody's wondering about mine, they're the Antares default. Just colored differently.
Yeah, I was showing them the Ataris on the first one, so. Alright, so we got him, and so we got Aaron the Antares. Flores, I think, is in. Is that Sierra? Yeah, that's Sierra 1, ain't it? And then me and Sierra 3. And is your character a Boolean?
No, it is not. It is a crossover character from a different series.
Is this the character I think it is?
Farscape living plant character.
As I said earlier in part 1, as I said earlier in part 1, you can do a lot of things in Star Trek Online, and one of them is creating your own character. That's the example. I'll show you the next example later on in a separate video. So let's talk to the chief. So we got all that there. Continue. And basically get on the transporter pad and beam over. And yes, by the way, the transporter pad is extremely larger than what you see on the shows.
About like 5 feet, like 6 feet.
Multiple lifetimes to Texas, some of the Zero, and the rest are Orion. So, let me get out my full auto rifle. So, alright, before we go going further than here, before we get to that console, let's go to over here. So for those of you who are science characters, this is what you're going to need to do. Let's... How many people does it take to scan a body? Tricorder scan results. And it tells you. Yeah. So yeah, what's gonna happen is more likely what they're gonna whoever we save, they're just gonna follow us until we get everybody, right?
This is correct.
Right. So.
Oh, you can actually send them to the transporter room now.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Okay, never mind. So you just send them off to the transporter room once the area is clear. So now let's go over here and bypass the plasma conduit. And of course, Orion's grenade out. Yes, you can also use the original series phaser pistol. You can also use the original series phaser rifle, and there's a science kit. Science kits, unfortunately, we cannot use because we're not sciencey enough.
I could use it, but it's probably too low for me right now.
It's Mark 1.
Yep.
Yeah, level 33, you can use what, Mark 8s? Or
not that high. I forget
6s? Okay.
Yeah, around that.
Alright, so you get the person if they're in here, or over here. Let's check the cargo. Let's check the container over here. 2 small shield chargers, which we can just equip those and use those if needed.
And now he's going to the transporter room.
Hang on, before I get to that console, scanning anomaly. So you can't scan anomalies, and anomalies are just basically a small mini game. There's 2 ways how you can win this mini game. One is, ooh, nice, mineral and deuteron particles. You can either use the little buttons to move around, or you can use the up, down, left, or right buttons on your keyboard. I usually use the up, down, left, or right buttons because, well, those arrow keys makes things 10 times much easier. So we got another plasma conduit bypassed. Random shield generator right there.
Incoming Orions.
Yes, every time you kill someone with a type 1, it will automatically vaporize them, no questions asked. And yeah, type 1 and type 2, yeah.
Applying treatment.
Alright, you got that one?
Yep, go to the transporter.
Saved all the Azura injuries, so we got the critical care accolade. So now we got a couple more accolades here. First, let's talk to the gal here. Don't do it yet, Lions. Let's talk to the person there, then we'll get to it. On the way to K7, continue, ready to go. Alright. So, first, we scan the console. Scanning warp core. Tells you the containment of the warp core is failing and there's nothing you can do to stop it. You need to get away to and such. But if you're engineering trained,
if you reroute power from life support to containment, you'll be able to stabilize the core long enough to erect a level 10 force field.
and you know, just a little bit more here.
Long enough for the Azura to get to a starbase for repairs. Risky, but once you do something, soon the warp core will explode.
Yep. So, in order to do that though, you would have to go to the console over here and just access it, and there'll be another screen that pops up that you can just...
82%.
Yep.
2%. Automated backups will engage if power to life support drops below 47%. Are you sure you wish to reroute power to animate?
Yes. And you said the number 47, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Zephyr and Cochrane would be proud. I'll go ahead and let people know if they've ever seen Star Trek Voyager. What's the one number that's always said in Star Trek Voyager?
47.
47. Species A472, 47 photon torpedoes, etc. So now we get to the next accolade, which we go through this small cutscene. For those of you who are tactical officers like myself, this is probably going to be the most amusing accolade. Here's what you do. You access this console. After interacting with it, when you're in the Academy, you saw missions from the USS Archer. In one instance, crew the Archer reconfigured the plasma conduit and used it to disable a group of Klingons who had boarded their vessel. You might be able to do something similar here. Use the plasma to clear Orions from your path. So since, as we know, the plasma conduits and everything are already like that, so let's bypass the plasma containment. Another small cutscene. And then there's the plasma. It burns!
That took them a while to react to it, though. It's just like, this plasma is burning. We don't need to deal with it. Ah!
And then they just fall. Alright, so...
I might have messed it up. Ooh!
Actually, that was pretty perfect. For those of you who just saw what that was orbital strike. Usually what orbital strikes come from is from a phaser from your starship. Now, if this was realistic terms, we would be flying through the vacuum of space. But this is a video game, so that just basically came through the ship's hull and did nothing, no damage or anything. And there's me talking with holding a rifle with one arm.
That's the pro strategy of holding rifles.
and then holding it behind my back every so often. Then there's all the survivors of the Azero's crew. And also something else, if you notice, about when it comes to scanning, I'm not exactly sure if you've seen it in the 2 previous Let's Plays, but if you notice something about the tricorders, they are the tricorders from the next generation, DS9, and Voyager. If you remember watching other movies like Insurrection and First Contact, yes, they are there. The only difference right now is because in Nemesis, which is a few years before now, about what, 24, 25 years from now? A little bit longer. Yeah, in the past. They in Nemesis, if you go back to that movie, they actually have a different style model of a tricorder, which basically, if you pick up a smartphone, that's the tricorder. There's nothing flipping. Well, there's just a small flippy thing, but that's about it. Everything else is just basically turn it on and press buttons. Unlike these, where it's It's dumb how they haven't updated the model for the tricorder yet, but what can you expect? So let's be back to the ship.
Personally, I wish they had it in the original series.
That would be awesome if they could make it to where you can change what tricorder your character uses. Now, if it was an original series Klingon or anything else, that would be also awesome. Let's speak with the chief. More Orion ship inbound. So now we go over here and take Turbolift. And no real cutscenes here except for us going out into space again. Incoming message from the Orions. Well, no. If you don't do the if you don't do the engineering one, then yeah, it will blow up. But since we did it won't. And ooh, battleships. And just for the heck of it, Team Fortress time. Okay, why did that look like that someone's phaser hit me?
That's a good question.
Friendly fire? Okay, now. Let's see, scanning the Azure now, radiation levels are normal, blah blah blah. And the force field around the warp core is holding, she's out of danger. Many thanks, Governor. Now I may actually keep the ship name just because it makes everyone look like they're British. No offense to your Brits.
Aye, Governor.
And there's the Azure warping out. And yes, by the way, y'all did see the club name as Club 47. There's a lot of 47 references here. So, that was pretty much it. I was stranded in space, so before we actually warp out, I'm just gonna go ahead and claim it here. And yeah, that's all we get, and we can also finally get ourselves a warp core, which is going to be the field stabilizing warp core, which does plus 2.5 additional shield power, plus 5 maximum shield power, which allows your shields to exceed 125, maximum warp factor.
10% on your completion.
Yep. Oh, also just realized we went up from 5 point nothing to 5.6 nothing.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
So that completed. We'll do the next mission later, And that actually gave me a little bit more XP because since Linus, you're a lifetime, and Aaron, you're a lifetimer, right?
This is correct.
Yeah. So this little thing here for those who are lifetimes, the 700 and also who are 700-day veterans, it's a plus 5% team skill point bonus, and that does yeah, so that also does stack. So right now, with just completing that mission, whatever the skill points was, I got a 15% increase in that, right?
No, so
Or is that
level 5, but you got a 10%.
Oh yeah, that's true. Now skills, I'm gonna work on the skills here on the character later, but I will show you what I'll do later on for the completion of this. So that was pretty much it on Stranded in Space. Next mission, which will be in the next Let's Play, will be diplomatic. What was the mission? I'm too tired. Diplomatic immunity. No, actually, it was diplomatic orders.
Diplomatic orders. Yeah.
So we'll do diplomatic orders tomorrow, which actually, to give people a little bit of hope, there are voice actors in that mission. So
not that they're that great, but
not well. It wasn't that great, but I mean, it's still good.
It was one of their first attempts of voice acting in Star Trek Online, so expect a few rough patches, but it was good overall.
Yeah, they've gotten better in most of this, but we'll get to that. Now, hang on. I could no, wait. Okay, so I just had to look back here. Hey! They got they got the next feature episode up. I think. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, look. Solani Dyson Sphere. Look down. They got it up.
That's it's been up since season 8 came out.
Has anybody been able to do them?
And this is basically to introduce you to the Dyson Sphere content. This featured episode series.
Oh, right. You're right.
And they will show you, as soon as you finish those and start tearing up in your reputation, you will get to see video clips explaining more about the struggle going on in the Dyson Sphere and other things that I won't spoil.
Right. Well, I do know this. Once we get to level 10, I don't care what mission's next. You know what we're gonna do? Once we get to level 10, since I know we can't do it, I'm actually gonna show y'all a good, a really good voice acted mission here. Which we'll get to this mission as you see on the screen, Sphere of Influence. And you probably can't see this character so clearly because it's grayed out, but once we hit level 10, you're going to recognize him. He's going to be a highly favorited character in the past. I will not spoil who he is, though. So that's going to be the end of part 3, and so I'd like to thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Aaron, and thank you, Linus, also for joining us today. It's mighty fine for y'all joining us, especially when we come to get all those accolades.
Hey, it's no problem. It was fun, too.
Oh, yeah. That was definitely fun.
Alright, so right now it's, actually, it's 4:03. So we're going to end it right here. I'd like to thank y'all for joining us, and once more. And y'all have yourselves happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. Good night.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, viewers.
Happy Thanksgiving, people.
Have yourselves a good night.